Welcome to Apex Esports League. I'm JT. Tonight we're live on iRacing for the Pagnian Imports Super 2 series, and tonight is the final round that sees us at Bathurst Mount Panorama circuit to take us home for the series. Session tonight at Bathurst is 10 minutes of practice. Weather conditions are partly cloudy. 10 minutes of qualifying. The race is 40 minutes. Cars are capped at 47% fuel, so they will be needing to make a pit stop to get that car across the finish line. And the standings after round 4, we have Blake Urquhart leading the championship, so will he be able to take home the win tonight with a good round at Bathurst. Last week it was almost a clean sweep for Blake Urquhart. He qualified second, went on to take the win, and he scored the fastest lap bonus points. We'll load up the track. So for Bathurst, the track length is 6.14 kilometres. There's a bunch of drivers getting out on the track now, so we'll cross over and see how they're faring in the practice. And I'll try and get us some audio. I do have to turn it down so I can actually hear what's going on at the start. We've got 25 drivers loading in the session at the moment. A new look car for Blake Urquhart. Some data on the screen. No drivers getting a time yet in for the practice. Just under 4 minutes left of open practice. And then we go over into 10 minutes of qualifying. There's 25 points up for grabs. Jones, solid hit into that wall. Hey Phil, thanks for jumping on the stream. Probably have viewers jumping onto the stream. If you hit that follow button, if you haven't done so, jump in the chat, say hello. Getting some first times coming up. Adrian Simpson's landed a 204.7. Cochran back in on track. He's been absent, I think, for the last couple of rounds. We haven't been able to see his different livery that he throws on the car each week. He's been gracing us with plenty of food products on his cars for quite a while. It's a bit of his tradition now. We've got any debuts with us tonight. There were some new joiners. Whether they've loaded into the session or not, I don't think they have just yet. So we've all got regulars showing through. Heavy on the brakes there for Harvey. Well, it looks like all the KFC cars have swapped over. Looks like they're brandishing the Falcon on the side as well. That does look quite impressive. Oliver Pattinson set the second quickest time. It's a 205.4. Now, good Phil, how are you? It's that week for Bathurst. So plenty of V8s and the Mountain this week. iRacing tonight, Project Cars on Thursday. Always love finals week in the V8 Supercar series. Sam Tucker hugs right up against that wall, pushing that Commodore to the limits. Comes across the top. And Mick, thanks for jumping on. Gallon in the forwards. There's 9 drivers to get a time in at the moment. At least the track is a little bit more spacious to get a time in. The drivers did surprisingly well with Oran Park last week in being able to qualify and getting a time on the board. So very time limited with only 10 minutes. But then given some much longer lap, they're only going to be getting possibly 3 or 4 good proper hot laps. And if they're getting caught up in any traffic, that could cause some dramas. Cans bringing the car over. And there is practice complete. They'll be scrambling out on track as fast as they can. Blake in the first box, first to get out on track. He's got his eyes set on the championship win tonight. Sitting on 453 points for the championship. And the next driver behind is Cameron Veacock. He was absent in the last round. And he is in the session tonight. 25 points for qualifying in pole, 120 points for the win. And there's also 10 bonus points for the fastest lap of the race. And anything can happen at the mountain. It's definitely a race of attrition. Urquhart is not set for the championship win tonight. Breton's dragging that Commodore up along the wall. Smoke and that inside tyre of Veacock as he comes down through Forest Elbow. He's going to be enjoying a nice draft. Again, Conrad. Flat stick, 286 kilometres. Should be seeing drivers on their hot lap. See times coming up very soon. Carrying some pretty good pace. Patterson's sliding that car around. Look at the slip in that rear. A little bit too much curb. That's going to unsettle it a little. He's giving it his all on this lap. He's got a nice amount of space. This is what the drivers need to be looking for. Once they've got that opportunity for the space, don't hold back. They may not get another opportunity to get that real golden lap in. Hey, Jurassic Jam, Dan. That's the way. Jesse get the day off. Able to sit back and watch the race from home. Urquhart was our first to peel out, so this will be the first time lap on the board. He's had a nice clear track. Not sure if that's Simpson towing him behind. Let's see what he gets on the board. It was Adrian Simpson following in. Urquhart set to 4.9. A 4.6 done by Simpson. I'm going to have to be careful parking the car up to bring it back into the pits at that point, as they'll be blocking drivers. Can's not going to be happy with that exit. Unsettled and dropped a fair bit of pace for Mountain Straight. A fair few times starting to come through. Oh, Nathan Peters. He's offline, that's lucky. Of course, coming down through the chase. Should be his first time of the lap. 13 drivers getting a qualifying time in. Barndell currently in the pits. Simpson's moving aside, not sure if he's made contact, he's just letting that traffic through. That was Urquhart that was pulled over at the same time, not sure if they were just parking up to try and get a nice run, 'cause this is their out lap. They both did end up bringing the car back into the pits. Simpson got the nice draft from Urquhart for that first time lap. Urquhart's probably wanting the favour returned here. Patterson just moves up into position 3, setting a 205.5. Banks slings out down Conrod. Just in time to get a nice line. Can he bring that car to a halt coming down the chase? Tidy line. He hasn't got a time set for qualifying. There's 2 minutes 50 left on the clock. Sounds like a slide going on through Hell Corner. Banks qualifies up in the 6th position. Hodgkinson's already got a time on the board. Yeah, 207.3, I think. Yeah, he just improved his time, only 0.05. Times up on the board now. Oh, that was close at the S's. Just saw and knows one of the KFC cars coming out in front of Cairns. Would have brought an end to the qualifying. So with only 1 minute 20 left, I would not see another hot lap in. Mr. Winter and Sami, thanks for jumping on the stream. Half a minute to go. Some drivers may be lucky if they're just crossing that control line now. I'll be able to get enough time in to get one more lap. This could be a very beneficial time to do it. There's a fair few drivers that haven't been able to get one and brought the car back in the pits. Jones, Cocker and Schooler currently parked the car up. That was parked up for a bit of the session as well. May have been waiting for some clearer track to get that time in. So just about half the field only in their cars at the moment. Doesn't mean they're on track. Simpson still holds pole position. It's 2 tenths ahead of Urquhart. And they've both got time to improve on that time this lap. Urquhart's probably coming into a good amount of traffic. Just a bit of a draft. He's not going to be really held up here, I don't think. Hopefully we'll be able to have time to be able to cross over and check out actual qualifying results at the end. Oh, a bit of a lock, and there's a blink to the car in front. It's put him off a little bit. I think he's backed off. He wasn't impressed with how that lap was going. Should be enough time for Simpson. Wow. He's already got pole. It's an improvement on the time, I think. And we'll bring up those results now. It's qualifying results for the final round at Bathurst. We have Adrian Simpson taking pole. Then the rest of the group we have Blake Urquhart, Sam Tucker, Cameron Veacock, Oliver Patterson, Robbie Bradbury, Justin Haitley, Stephen Banks, Kellen Hodgkinson, Josh Harvey. And just to save my voice, we'll just scan through the remaining 20 more drivers. So we can see 24 through 28 not getting a time on the board. There's a few drivers still just waiting to finish up, and some drivers using some leftover track time to get some practice in. So it's leaving Newens and Varndell. And the session will move us over in a moment. Drivers now needing to grid up. As you can see, the car's snaked out nicely. It's probably a little too far from the blimp. A few drivers exiting out and then back in, making sure they've got all their settings thrown in. Simpson, Haley, Phillips, Harvey, Hodgkinson and Vandell grid up. They've got 15 seconds left to do it. Phillips and Harvey to hit that button the next few seconds, as we'll be starting from pit lane. Oh, they've all just done it in time. Harvey just clicking through.
Green flag, green flag.
And there is the green flag for the final round. Simpson pulls away nicely. Pretty good launch for the start of the race. Can they all get through Hill Corner nice and cleanly? Looks like a very clean getaway. It's going to usually be a shaken up as we come down at the end of Mountain Straight. Some opportunities for an early pass. Looks like Simpson's pulling away a little bit. Not holding back on this opening lap. He's trying to put as much gap as he can. Looks like Brand's being caught up. He's dropped a fair few positions. That's too wide between Gallen and Jones. Going through Forest Elbow. That's held up Vandell. Looking for an opening. Simpson's blocking that inner line. All he decided to do is going to go for that inside block again. Urquhart's going to go even one deeper. That cost him a heap of pace. So seeing Tucker get the advantage of Urquhart, he's going to have him up Mountain Straight, but will Urquhart be far enough up as he comes down into turn 2? Tucker's trying to find some track position in between Urquhart and Veacock. While this is going on, Simpson is managing to be able to pull ahead. He's got 1.4 second lead. Veacock dragging that mirror along that wall. In that previous lap, it looks like pretty much all cars got through a timed lap, so no contacts invalidating any lap times. We've just had Gander have to tow. Looks like he's taken a pretty solid hit, as has Vandell. Not sure what's going on, if there was something in between these two. Car flip. Oh, that is quite significant. They towed that car nice and quick. So Vandell's clipped that wall, steering him across into Russell Gander. had to sit tight and hold on for that ride. He had no choice in the matter. Well, that was unfolding. Cox dropped a few positions. Seen Bradbury, Haitley and Patterson move up. It's given some breathing room for Tucker. Had Beacock sitting right on his tail most of that previous lap. Train snaking between Cairns, Gomes and Jones. Like Jones looking for an opening. There's a cloud of smoke as all the cars are locking up, coming down the forest. The race leader still Simpson. He's pushed that gap out to 1.7 now. Burkhardt's only just be getting a bit of toe. So you have to try and close in a little bit more if you want some of that advantage to try and close in. Some movement down Conrod. I think there's, I'm not sure if there's damage that's currently done to Buckland's car. Yeah, that front left quarter panel's been stripped away. Sees Lee Davies, Shane Patterson move up a position. Oliver Patterson pitting in this point. It's not a toe. So it looks like he's taking on some fuel. Longer one, not sure what's going on for him. Gary Buckland, door to door across the top of the mountain with Harvey. And Nick, I'm not sure if Patterson will be able to make it home from here. We have seen in some of the races be able to push it out to about 30 minutes of fuel. We did see Phillip Island being a rather bigger track where drivers did run out just on that last lap. They were trying to push the cars out as far as they could, trying to attempt that one-stop strategy where it was actually going to be a two-stop for that race. So I'm expecting that it's probably going to be the same circumstance for this one. It is a much more high-speed track, so they're going to be using a lot more fuel. So it might be a little bit of strategy. So it was a 45.5-second stop for Patterson, so he may have even started out rather light. He was moving on up the rungs pretty quick in those first few laps. So could he have gone out there light to try and snake his way through up a few positions and then make an early stop? There's a few other drivers pitting in around this point as well. Peters has been in, but I'm sure he's also taken some damage. I'm not sure how drastic it was. Banks also having been in and pit 8.2 seconds. That's likely a fast repair. That race lead is starting to shorten now. It's dropped down to 1.3. It's been teetering down to about 1.2. And that's closed in heaps. Down Cronrod. Urquhart's now getting a lot more of that draft as he's closing the gap. Currently lap 4, about to start lap 5. Done pretty well. It's only been 2 drivers requiring a tow. 1 retirement. Looks like Lucas Burt's retired out. Not noticing if he's taken a hit or an off track at all. Track temperatures are staying at a very nice 27 degrees. Tucker's sitting in a nice position. He's only got a few seconds separating himself and Bradbury. He's got a few seconds till he catches up to Urquhart. Paul Jones wide on Skyline. Doesn't always bode well. Dropping a tyre off there can usually send you diving off into that wall. If you manage to save it, usually a slide down through the S's. Drivers will need to be cautious with the contact in the off tracks. 17 incident points will see them coming in for a drive-through penalty. Harvey closing in quickly from behind. He's trying to close in on Schooler and Buckland. Schooler's going for a dive down the chase. That's a big risk. Didn't pay off. A lot of speed to carry, but a very quick recovery. He's missing that front right panel as well, so he's taken a scrape. Gander currently in 25th. That was Gander along this section of track that we saw seesawing up on the side wall. That contact from Varnell. It looks like Varnell's retired out as well. No, Lucas Burt is back in. So he was actually towing the car. He just wasn't actually sitting in the car while waiting for the tow, so he's probably checking out the replay. Sacks 6 laps in at Bathurst. That's looking reasonably clean. It'll be a whole different story once I go and check it all out after the race. For 28 cars starting off, they had a fantastic first lap. Leacock having been in and pit as well. 15 seconds stop. Simpson looking to be like he'll be having some digs at him, so he's going to have to start looking to defend. He's got lap traffic coming up. That's Gander in front. Powell going. Stimulate. Close down the list. Powell currently in 22nd. Five seconds behind Shane Patterson. He's got 11 seconds. The car behind him. Mark Cochran currently in 23rd. Jones now cruising on in. Takes Bradbury, just gives the position. Doesn't fight him coming into turn 2. Still teetering with that gap. Can't quite reel Simpson in. He's having a solid drive out in the front for lap 7. He took the pole. Had a fantastic launch at the start. And then powered away over those 7 laps. Bit of a slip. I think Cairns also made some wall contact. Davies at least going to move aside and let Cairns through potentially, because he did take a little bit of a hit. Looks like he's recovered okay. Drivers cleaning and pitting, I think. And Patterson. But back in and pit. He did have the tow before. That's Tucker just in front of him. That's his box. It's only 2 minutes away from the halfway point. Jones has managed to get Urquhart in very quickly as well. An error made by Urquhart. It's like a possible off track. Doesn't appear to be any damage to him. His championship is strongly defending against Cameron Veacock. He's currently in position 12. Veacock has been in and made a pit stop. That sees him 40 seconds away from the race leader. By the time the front few end up peeling off into the pits, Veacock could move on up. He's got Bradbury and Urquhart there. Urquhart's just dropped 2 positions. He's dropped right back. He's probably holding back so he can take pick lane, I'm assuming. But if that was the case, he didn't have to hold back. It's both Haitley and Bradbury also peeling in. Simpson's pit. Hodgkinson also following. There's a big train of traffic going in. That's our first 7 cars. That's 8 and 9 as well. 10th also coming in, as is Harvey. Tucker stays out on track, so he has already pit. He's been in for 21.7, so this is going to see him fly on through. Veacock moves up into the lead. Simpson just gets out in front of Tucker. So that means they've got enough fuel on board to be able to get the car home. They're going to be holding out alright. Tucker took a much earlier pit, as did Veacock. So could that go against them while it comes towards that back end of the race? Saw Veacock run out of fuel while running the lead at Phillip Island. So really need to make it a 2 pits strategy to get the car home tonight. Hey Steph, thanks for jumping on the stream. Hope you're well. Try to get a good run on to Hodgkinson. You see that car quickly closing in before he gets to the bend. Will he use that opportunity? Hodgkinson defends a little to the left. Gomes trying to close in on Patterson. That lap was about 4 seconds slower. Only putting the boot down. Closing the gap on Urquhart. Urquhart now going a tad quicker. It looked like he was really conserving fuel on that last lap before heading on into the pits. So he dropped pace very quickly. And it did seem to have happened after an off as well. So that car may have been incredibly light. Simpson losing the race lead after pitting in, seeing Veacock move on through, but as he came back out, he was only 3.3 seconds behind. So after that lead lap and this lap around, he's brought that down by nearly half a second. Drivers starting to spread out a little bit now, Steph. They held pretty tight for a good portion. Jones taking on Tucker. He's carrying a lot of speed, so can he hold this line and keep Tucker at bay? Very close. That wall, a little bit of a scrape, and that's the wall that got Varndell. Crimson score starting to close in. Patterson and Gomes racing through pit lane. Buckland grabbing some fuel. So that's all drivers having been in and taken on some fuel, except for Gander, but he's doing that now. But Gander did have that tow in those first few laps. After becoming a passenger in the incident from Varndell. I think that's Gallen's car moving aside to let race leaders through. Brilliant timing for these two to get through. Buckland having to hold off Harvey. A little wide. Bit of a lock coming down in through the corner. It's open to the door for Harvey, but no, he doesn't get all the way around. Have more than enough momentum to sling out around Mountain Straight from the looks of things. Looks like that may have been a bit of waving from Buckland, or if he was going to move aside. Oh, a slide. That was Banks. He's just towed the car. Exit at Murray's getting him. That's Gomes behind. Like he pirouetted straight back facing the right way. Is the car steerable enough to get it home? No, he's going to park it up and tow it. Unfortunate for Gomes. So Veacock having to pit back in. Simpson takes back the race lead. So we did see Veacock pit in earlier, where Simpson came in around the halfway point. He exited, I think, smack on in about 20 minutes. That sees him have a 4.1 second lead over position 2. Urquhart also coming in to pit. Simpson doesn't have enough fuel to be able to last out just that one stop. That'll see him have to come back in, and that could very well see Veacock come straight back out in front again. And that'll be towards the back end of the race, making it very difficult to try and get that lead back before the finish. Sounds like someone clutching. Jones was clutching if he was just trying to shave off some speed. Oh, he was having some difficulty coming down that mountain. That car looked very flighty. Tucker holds position to 7.5 seconds and falling further behind from Simpson. He's got lap traffic keeping pace behind him. Gallen tucking in behind and getting that nice toe. Gallen's made 2 stops. He just moves up a position after having passed Jones while towing the car. After that contact in Forest Elbow. Hodgkinson coming in for stop number 2. And Simpson did sneak in for a very quick stop. It was 10.1 seconds he just did on that second stop. Didn't even notice him go in, it was that quick, and he's come out in front of Veacock. That second stop for Veacock was 17.6 seconds. That sees Tucker take the race lead. There's 8.5 minutes to go. So that's going to see about 4 to 5 laps left of the race. Currently on lap 14. We'll take a quick look at how standings are going. So we've had a few retirements. 28th is Vandel, Brand in 27th, Gretton in 26th, all having retired. Issues for Burt, he's just towed the car, he's in 25th. Gomes 24th, currently towing, I believe. Banks in 23rd. Cochrane in 22nd. Jones still towing at this point in 21st. Peters in 20th. Oh, Veacock, not sure if a disconnect, but or if he's done a tow. But he's dropping down very quickly. He's dropped down to 14th position now. That's his name for taking any damage. Not sure what's going on. Or if it's a disconnect that's occurred. Shane Patterson. Oh, that's lucky save. The wall. Turn the car back around the right direction. But he hasn't taken too much damage. He's holding 19th. Gander in 18th. Gallen 17th, Buckland in 16th. Wanting to see if we can find what happened to Veacock. I have to rewind a fair bit just to see before he end up exiting out. So once we eventually see his car pop up, we might be too far back. May have gone way too far here. Got stuck on scenic view as we're trying to find him amongst it. Oh, it's just a sudden disconnect. It's a complete disconnect. He came down in the S's and just vanished completely. Very unfortunate for Veacock. Mid-corner, just vanished. So that sees Veacock in 18th after that disconnect. Tucker pitting in, sees Simpson move back up into the lead. There's 5 minutes to go. Currently 17th. Gander, Gallen in 16th. Phil Buckland 15th. Lee Davies in 14th. Trying to figure out what that livery is that he's got on there. It's a leaf and a blunt, I think it is, on the side of the car. Very interesting livery. Yeah, it is a blunt. Lee in 14th, Phillips 13th. Oliver Patterson in 12th. Hodgkinson 11th. And a little bit of a fight going on for position 8 here. Gary Buckland in 10th position. Just up ahead, Damien Cairns in 9th. The orange car up in 8th position is Josh Harvey. Doing well to try and keep that constant gap. It's teetering around the half-second mark. And up ahead, not too far from these guys as well. In 7th is Shane Newens. A little bit of a slip for Harvey. That's going to open opportunity. Yeah, big opportunity here. Kansas is going to definitely get him down Conrod. Cairns gets the lead. Newens is up ahead as well. A lot of curb. He's got to move that car over and block that inside line, but that's a lot of speed he's carrying. Nicely moves up into P8. Newens peels off. So that sees him drop a couple of positions. Cairns now in 7th. Harvey in 8th. Ahead in 6th is Schooler. Championship leader Blake Urquhart in P5. And with Veacock suffering a disconnect, that was his closest competitor for the championship. Veacock will be dropping well down the row, getting very little points down that end. That's not going to need Urquhart to have to finish too much further ahead now. Just needs to stay in that top 5 and he'll be right. A catastrophic incident for him will potentially destroy that championship for him. Robbie Bradbury, P4. Quickly closing in on position 3, that's Hagley. There's a minute 20 left on the clock now. Sam Tucker, P2. Nearly 9 seconds ahead is our race leader, Adrian Simpson. With a minute left to go and him coming onto the control line. This will be final lap that he's coming onto now. And there we go in the chat, it must be info for Veacock's iRacing froze, car frozen, it's a mess. Looks like we have 20 cars on track starting from 28. As I would say, Bathurst is the race of attrition. Harvey making a pit in the last few seconds. I think that's Buckland just behind him as well. There it is, white flag out. Last lap to wrap up the Pagnian Imports Super 2 series. An exciting series it's been on all 5 Australian tracks. In the iconic Commodore versus Falcon. Gallen moving side, and he's got some heavy damage as well as he's abiding by the blue flag. That left-hand side's taken a huge hit. Unless Simpson runs out of fuel here, he's going to have the wind wrapped up for the final round. There's the checker flag coming home with Simpson. Simpson takes Bathurst. Congratulations. He's had a solid drive. That's 19 laps around the mountain. He led for 13. Tucker led for 2 of them. That's Cochrane destroying his car right at the end. Diving past these guys. Killing the engine so he can't even do any burnouts. Victory burnout. Haley takes podium, P3. And with some battle scars on the car as well. And that's Gallen also pitting in to try and finish up. There's probably a fair few drivers are going to go around and do the jump if they've got some fuel left as well. And Urquhart, will that be enough to take the championship win? That's possibly very likely. Cairns just crossing the line. Hodgkinson's already over. Phillips finishing up. Jump over with our podium finishers in a moment once they jump into the voice channel, and if they remember, if they're not too preoccupied doing jumps and burnouts, that is. I think we might even be able to catch a jump as well. It would be good to be able to see. Always enjoy watching it on the replay afterwards. Some dramas for Newlands. Coming down to try and wrap up the race. That could be opportunity for Harvey to get past, potentially. No, he's more than enough ahead. He recovered quickly enough, otherwise he would have lost that position in the last couple of corners. Some drivers going on, we might be able to see them. That will bring up those results now. So we have Adrian Simpson, our winner at Bathurst for the final round. Sam Tucker on the podium in position 2, and Justin Haitley in position 3. Then the rest of our drivers is Robbie Bradbury, Blake Urquhart, Helen Hodgkinson, Oliver Patterson, Damien Cairns, Tony Phillips, Gary Buckland. Cast now through the rest of our drivers. Fair few in behind. We'll keep an eye on some cars as they're going around, just in case they are going to actually. I think they might be doing photo opportunities, so we'll bring up our podium finishers. And congratulations on the podium, guys.
Cheers, JT.
What a drive, Adrian.
Yeah, pulled that one out, didn't I? Just wanted to be consistent tonight, just don't bin it. And yeah, managed to get a good start and just head down.
Yeah, that's it. It came through wonderfully in the end, and it was a 13 laps led after pulling away from the front as well, and then taking it back after that second stop. So it was looked like it was a big opportunity with that second pit stop coming out much quicker than what Vcock did once he pulled up into the front.
Yeah, I was sort of having a battle with Blake. I was just trying to keep with Blake. I sort of knew that Vcock had a bit of damage early, pitted early, so I was just trying to keep 1 second ahead of Blake, and then, yeah, he went off and just head down again.
Yeah, congratulations. Great way to finish up the series.
Cheers, JT. Thanks again for the league, mate. It was been awesome.
No worries. And congratulations, Sam.
Cheers, mate. Yeah, that was, yeah, not really expecting that podium, but yeah, I'll take it.
So, yeah, you've had a fair bit of bad luck amongst the series. with the,
Yeah, it was, yeah, pretty good to get a result finally after, yeah, the last few rounds been pretty bad luck, but yeah, stoked.
Yeah, came through good, and then not too far behind in the end either, and you had some good little fights in amongst some of the other drivers. I think you were sandwiched between Vcock and Urquhart at one stage, and you had Bradbury you're contesting with, so they won't give it to you too easily.
No, that's right. I was seeing everyone out there, but yeah, same thing. I was just staying consistent, and whatever happened. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Congratulations.
Cheers, mate.
And we got Justin.
Yes, mate.
Yep, congratulations.
Yeah, cheers. It was a heavy fuel saving there. Robbie and I basically followed each other almost the whole race and come together there at the chase on the last lap, but looks like he just got my rear wheel, so it's lucky we both crossed the line at least.
Yeah, saw you come across with a little bit of damage to the car.
Yeah, 0 incident points up until that stage. And
could have all come undone towards the end.
100%. We had Blake chasing us down, and then coughed on the line, so I was out of fuel by the time I got back to turn 1.
Yeah, that was very, very tight then. I was almost going to be wondering if it'll be a repeat of Phillip Island with most cars running out on that final lap. It was going to be pretty interesting.
Yeah, I think Robbie and I were we were doing a lot of fuel saving throughout that, especially that last stint.
Just use each other just to coast along and get that draft and swap around a bit.
Yeah, that was it. A couple of little mistakes between us, but yeah, as I said, 0 incident points until then, and that was a good race. Thanks for the host.
Yeah, no worries. I think Eric's jumped in here. So I think that should be the championship win for you, Blake.
Yeah, hopefully, mate. Good race between Aiden at the start. That was Adrian. Sorry, that was bloody awesome. That was a mad battle. But yeah, I stuffed up on that. I tried to fuel save with him, and yeah, kind of went off. But excuses as they say. But yeah, hopefully it's got the win. But yeah, no, good job for the boys for the podium, and yeah, hopefully we do the keys and see how we go next season.
Yep, that's it. Yeah, congratulations on a fantastic series. It's been a good, exciting one to watch.
No, it's been good and been close battles with these boys, and no, it's been awesome.
And hopefully we see us out there having as much fun in the slightly slower Kia Optimus.
Yeah, I think that one's a Sunday drive. I think that one.
Yeah, the arm on the windowsill for that one.
Oh, bloody oath. Aircon on, beer in one hand, hand at the window, why not?
That's it, just wave to everyone as you go past.
That's it.
Yeah, congratulations, guys. Solid driving.
Cheers, JT.
Cheers, JT. Thanks for the season.
Cheers, JT.
There we have our podium finishes with Adrian Simpson taking out the win in the final round. Sam Tucker in position 2 and Justin Haitley in position 3. And Blake Urquhart, who should have most likely taken that championship win. We won't know until we've actually stewarded the race and then done up the final points. But he did have Vcock that was chasing him in the championship and sadly suffered that disconnect. So it could have been a lot tighter if that disconnect may not have happened, because he was up towards that front end. So anything can happen. So thanks for tuning in. It's been a fantastic series to great way to wrap it up at the mountain with these guys. They put on a great show, and we will be back again next week, Monday night at 7:35 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time, going live with the opening round for the Pagnian Imports Kia Optima Championship. They are a great car to throw around, not as quick and noisy as the V8 supercars, but they still are a lot of fun. These guys are going to be putting in some fantastic battles, so do stay tuned for that. It is only a 4-round series, a little bit shorter, and then don't forget we do have our final round coming up for the Project Cars 2 this Thursday night, and that will be at 7:45 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time, and that will be at Bathurst as well. So if you want more V8s at the mountain, stay tuned for that one. Thanks for tuning in, and I hope to see you trackside next time.